Alright, we are back for round 2. Building for TCAB. With the Piratey McPirates, and I think there's a lot we can do with this ship. I mean, I feel like when a ship's gonna be bad, I can feel it just from the shape. It's like an unsatisfying shape, but this one's shaping up well. Methinks. Get rid of you. I'm gonna start enforcing some stuff. So we're gonna have a consistent. Oh no, we need these. Alright, we'll start here. This is gonna be all. The memories. My father will fall into another, and would slowly die. But the cleansing thunder of our guns swept clean the whole of Avorion Isle. The cleansing thunder of our guns swept clean the whole of Avorion Isle. It's the regimental march of my old foxhole regiment. Anywho, what should we make this? Something interesting. That's not interesting. Wreckage. Does this look interesting? Sort of. Maybe super rich stone. Yeah, that'll be it. That will be it. The mod makes it pretty cool looking. Should that be it though? I don't know. I think maybe I'll do, what is it? Framework instead. Scaffold edge. Yeah, that's better. It's just the government's chances. If the first one went down within the north anyway. The convoys and gunships come and go, but the guardsman's march is steady. For convoys and gunships come and go, but the guardsman's march is steady. So we got, we'll recolor the scaffolds later. Boy, I hope there's no Armenians that are gonna join, that'd be awkward. I don't know, I guess that would depend. It should be fine, everybody's rallying around Avorion, aren't they? Yeah. There shouldn't be any trouble. so long as everybody remembers. Just here to play the game. There we go. Should this go forward as well? Maybe it should. At least along here. Let me check. Okay, the reference drawing doesn't say anything because it's like a post-it note scribble. So I'm going to have to get creative here. What would look best with these stripes? I guess I could try just doing this. See how it looks. I think I'll do that, and then if it doesn't work, I can just press Ctrl-Z a whole bunch. So I like that plan. This build and chill video is not sponsored in any way by those flunkies at Liberty Mutual. In game, I might be running an insurance scamming faction, but they're not going to be called Liberty Mutual because I am not sponsored by friggin' Liberty Mutual. Okay. I am sponsored by the glorious intergalactic banking conglomerate. You should totally buy their spaceship shipping ventures. Very trustworthy. Feels good to get back to edges, you know, edges, putting those edges on there. You might even call it edging. You know, doing the edging on a ship. It's a relief, you know, it kind of brings relief after having to do all this friggin' stuff. Oops, not that. There we go. Because, I mean, what's better than edging a ship? Like, look, isn't this the finest edging you've ever seen? Like, look at that fine edge. Well, I guess these aren't edges, these are inversions. This is some fine edging. Some high quality edging. Yeah. Alright, back to the edges. I think the edge is a pretty versatile tool. If you use it correctly, I mean, like, a lot of my ships are just variations on squares. I'll get some nice big frameworks, and I'll just place them all over the place, and then I'll do something interesting with the edges that makes the ship, and then I still have the framework inside to convert to generators, to crew quarters, needs be. Anyways, yeah, actually it's not looking too bad. Yeah, it's fine, you know. Oh, I know. Yeah, I can just do that. So make, what is this anyway? I don't friggin' care if Boeing backs America, man.
I think choosing every day.
I am not going to buy a what are they, like a 307 Boeing I'm not going to buy a Boeing 777 just because Boeing backs America. Like, what do Boeing take me for? Like an airline executive? I don't have purchasing power to buy a freaking airline. What are they thinking? Sour grapes? Yeah, maybe it's sour grapes. Would I like to buy a 747? I mean, like, the thing is, even if I were a billionaire, I wouldn't want a 7077, because at the freaking fuel costs, I'd go from being a billionaire in the first year of owning one to like a millionaire at most. It's like if you want to be if you want to stay being a billionaire, probably not a good idea to buy commercial airliners, unless you're just like a Saudi, because then you can just do whatever you want. But I'm not a Saudi, so scaffold edge. There we go. Okay, you know what? I might just do that. I think I'll skip the scaffolding, because the scaffolding is just... I don't really like the scaffolding. It worked well up here, but that's because I have depth to work with. I have all of this depth to work with. Here, I should stick to simple things because I don't have that much depth to work with. So these are pretty simple shapes. Well, I mean, you know, visually, this is not a simple shape, but visually they're pretty simple. This is, I think, the first major ship that I've used these blocks, because, you know, I'm a pre-2.0 player. Back in my day, Firefly Farm remembers when there were no... Oh yeah, crank that Scharnhorst. There we go. This is a quality march. Love the Scharnhorst march. No clue when it was written. Sounds, I mean, it's about the Scharnhorst battleship, so I guess it was written in the 20s? No, 30s. Probably early 30s. Most likely. This was hard to learn how to whistle, let me tell you. Like, a lot of songs, they're not too hard to learn how to whistle, because you just memorize the notes, and that's about it. Like, a lot of songs, if you're gonna, like, Oh My Darling Clementine, Child's Play. This, though, challenging. Real challenging. It's mostly because of the big jumps, you know, and whistling is hard to do big jumps. I wish I could have, like, a band of whistlers, because then I could have one guy doing the trombone part, and then one guy doing, like, the part for baritone horns or whatever. You know, when it goes like, in sort of a melodic sort of way. Sadly, I do not have a bunch of guys that know how to whistle. Though that would be pretty cool. Alright, we're almost done with the front part. Look how well put together that is. Or how it looks. Oh. Well, spoke too soon. Come on, where are you? Is this all... Hell yeah, this is a good version of Odyssey Combat God. If you couldn't tell, my from the taste in music, my faction in game is Space Prussia, pretty much. Because Space Prussians are cool, especially if you've ever watched Those Magnificent Men in Their Flying Machines. What a movie. What a movie. I mean, sure, they're kind of the laughing stock of the whole galaxy, because they're silly. Like, they're not really made to be taken seriously at the end of the day. But it doesn't matter, because don't always have to be super serious. It's no fun. There are plenty of serious factions in this setting, so it's a lot more fun to just, you know, do something wacky. Like them, Space Germans, Space French. Some other guy stole the idea from me. Well, not stole. I just gave him the control over the faction because I wasn't interested. Because it was the backwater in my lore. I wasn't really using it. And yeah, he's having fun with it. There's going to be huge propaganda battles when the setting kicks off. Because these guys hate each other, you understand? It's like Space French. They hate the Space Germans. And honestly, I wouldn't blame them, because the Space Germans, after beating them in a war, stuck them on a desert planet and fed them boiled cabbage for 250 years. I would harbor some nationalist sentiments after that, too, honestly. So I can't deny, if I were forced to eat sauerkraut for that long, well, I mean, the whole thing is that the Gallic temperament can't handle it, because they prefer the subtle taste and the, if there's any French, can let me know if that's true, but whether or not, I mean, I have a feeling they just don't like sauerkraut, because it's just strong flavor. That is nice. Look at that. Look how it looks. Alright, now we're gonna do a little trick I got shown, where you make like a frontal engine-ish. Obviously, engines only point back, but you can use glow blocks to do a fair approximation. So now is probably the time to... I don't care about customizing saving with Liberty Mutual. Is salmon the solar salmon? No, not that. Eternal white salmon, solar white salmon, iron? Yeah, okay, iron's the right color. Now we proceed in the coloring. Might be interesting to have just like parts of it be unpainted. See how that looks. Yeah. Especially if we then alternate with like a nice brown. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks nice. Alright, and then we This looks nice and predatory. Like if you saw this coming at you from a dark alley, you would probably clutch your purse a little tighter. That's enough of that. No humming on the VOD. Let's do some Vintage Story. That's a great game. I wish they had musical instruments in Vintage Story, so you could have like a full band. Alright, we want some dark Avorion. We're running in a stripe. Okay, so what we're running into here is that the game is being retarded and not updating. Oh, there we go. That part works. There we go. Yeah, there we go. It's not updating the freaking textures. It does this a lot, and you see right there, it's like flashing back and forth. It'll keep doing that until you rotate the whole ship 4 times. It's the magic number 4. Doesn't get better than 4. Alright, what else is on here that's unique? I've heard Bottom Violet 1,000 times. Let's see. I mean, Bottom Violet is good, but a lot of the versions, this one's good. Hakatoyer March, Woodchopper's March. Peak! Doesn't get a whole lot better than the Woodchopper's March. They have a march for everything. They have like a march for the police, for the mailmen, for like, you know, every single girl's name is like Hannelore, Annemarie, Ad Westphal, Blut, Ein Rosenthal, Annika Marie, you know, so on and so forth. That looks pretty nice. Wish I had some better glow here, illumination. And let's see how this looks in the real world. It's always good to check your colors in the real. Yeah, okay. Because you see from the shadows that the color changes kind of substantially. Alright, I think that I will do a dark Avorion glow here. Oh, it's because the secondary color thing will be. Alright, so we just gotta do that. Let's see how that looks. That looks nice and menacing. Oh, and it shows through there as well. Nice. Okay, so those things do have usage. Now, we gotta paint this a little better. Now that we can actually see inside here. Might be nice, because this is a trick you can do with colors, is you can define the edges a little better. So, there is that. This might be all I do for tonight. I might not build a huge amount more, because I'm kind of tired. Gotta get up early tomorrow anyways. So, yeah. After this, what's next? Advertisement, of course. Frickin' YouTube ads. Oh yeah, swords and oak leaves. Another diamond in the rough. I think I might switch to finish marches, because I've heard this playlist before. If you don't know, this color was recommended by the great IMX5, who some of you might have seen on Twitter back when he was trolling people. But now he's a respectable Avorion LARP server mod, I guess you could say. Oh, hey, these guys are completely superfluous. We can just do this. I think I'll finish the engine nacelles. I think I'll get, yeah, I think that's probably a good stopping point. It's just getting the engine nacelles done. Also, a word on scaling is you might notice that I'm building in like pieces that tend to be a pretty square, or pretty regular size. Notice how all my stuff lines up. If I were using, if I were using some sort of weird grid size, my stuff would not be lining up. And if I tried to move it in a smaller way, I'd have to use a janky workaround because it wouldn't just get into the right place in the grid. It would be a little bit off where it needed to be. This is because Avorion is a little bit mathematical. If you want to divide a shape, you gotta do it like it has to be an easily dividable thing. Like if a block is 8 long, that can be divided a whole lot many more times than something that's 0.73 long. See? Because 8 is, well, I'm sure you can see, 8 is a lot more divisible than 7.3. Okay, so we're gonna get some glow, because I just noticed this does not, this displeases me. Much better. Yeah, that's much better. Alright, and you see, this is interesting. It's like taking on a different color. Anyways, engine pods. Why are you different?
See, you can still shack on it.
Alright, I think, yeah, the Herzog Albrecht. Time to switch to the fins. Down, Gilly. Not music recorders. Oh, there it is. Good old days. I'm sure anybody who's a student of history will remember the reason the Russians got scared of the Sakaryevin polka. I guess I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with jamming their radio-controlled mines. It was very effective, and it gave kind of a bonus side thing that it gave them all PTSD. Because, you know, sometimes you just get a package deal, and it's a wonderful thing when you get a package deal. One that you weren't expecting. Although, knowing that they are Finns, no doubt they knew that playing the same song over and over the entire winter war would probably have an effect on the poor Russians. What is that? Is that a... It's so close. Come on, let me in. Let me in. Why won't you let me in? There we go. See? Much better. The number one thing is persistence. Almost any problem in Avorion can be solved with enough persistence. Oops, misclick. No need to go out. No need to go outside and touch grass. I've touched enough grass for today anyway. Now it's time to chill. Alright, these are gonna be like fire brick, I think. Should they be like bright red? Blood red. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay, so the engine cells now are ready to have the engines put in, because I think, well, couple more. Like that? Yeah, that's the right length. Of course, I'm open to ideas for what to build next. I need to build a freighter. I already have a miner, and a couple of combat ships, and some stations. Oh yeah, I should show off my diplomacy station. Thing looks like a villain's lair. Oh, nice. Now we can just bring the hull back. So, what I'll typically do is I'll finish the build, and then I'll just Control A and merge. That'll cut the block count in half. Well, for now it's easier to just do this. Finish should be fun to learn. I feel like it'd be pretty hard though. That's what I've heard from those who say they know. this, okay, so what I'm doing here is screwing around. Like, genuinely, there is no method to my madness. That, yeah, that's better. So this is typically what I'll do. I'll have like something I need done in another part, and I'll use it. So for this, that was just creating this angle between the nacelle and the hull. See, now that's more defined. Before it was just the one little one, and that wasn't enough. So yeah, here we go. Texture also. Blocks have textures of their own, but it's better if you can integrate it. Like here I have the paint scheme, and I have a different texture here with the scaffold. And Finnish war songs are so good. I don't know what the singer's name is called. The Finnish version of Arabic is pretty good. Kaarina. Good old Finns. I don't much care for Israel, but Finland? If it came to war with Russia, I'd definitely be willing to die in Finland. It's the land of the ancestors, you know? Well, I'm not Finnish. I guess Norway is, would be that for me. Or England. Or Germany. Probably Germany most of all. Together with Austria. And let's see. World currency. He didn't reckon on the Finns. Dark Avorion striped down the hull. Yeah, that's pretty nice. So you see now I have secondary and primary shapes. I guess you would call these secondary shapes. So the primary shapes are the hull and the nacelles, and I guess this angle. Secondary shapes are these shapes right here. Toyota is all about the power of choice. I still remember those stupid soap ads where it's like a Bigfoot. And it's that guy with all the beard. He says, "Does your soap wash your balls correctly?" And you know it's supposed to get the shock value. It works too. I mean, I remember it, but they don't really have it what they used to have. The shock value. I guess because they got scenes. I guess because I saw it so many times. YouTube must have played that frickin' ad for me like 100 times, maybe. Excellent. I think was it Edward Bernays that did mass propaganda and like the power of suggestion to the masses. I got some heavy suggestion for that. That was great propaganda. Although I don't know if it really worked because I never bought any of that stuff. Alright, so that's the other thing. That one looked a little too crowded, so I just figured, okay, I'm gonna change it to this more simplified version. And if we just take a little fly around here, I think you'll agree that this is more appealing. Because it's simpler. This kind of goes into the cell. Oops. Alright, so I have the... Oh, actually the cells go a little further back. Old Imex's brand cries out in pain as the block count strikes him. Molotov. Yet Molotov. It's a Paprikov. Are these not actually the... No, they are. Okay. Interesting. So the cell will extend behind the ship like that. Yeah, these are some nice proportions compared to and this is still in the small ship range. If I use my comparative ship. So I guess I just bring this up as square because it doesn't need to be. There we go. And then what is this? Oh, I got the playlist. We're crafting the best playlist for this upcoming showdown. It's just you can't see it right now, but I'm doing the OK sign meme, like the Italian chef's kiss. You and you. Yeah, the politics, I guess, will be contentious, but any politics that aren't contentious are just hiding the real thing. Should I be giving political lectures on an Avorion shield building video? Probably not. Seems like it's going a little bit beyond the remit. Remit? I think it's remit, not a remit. Also, don't be afraid to use serendipity. See, that was just an accidental placement, but if we expand on the idea, we see a pretty nice bridge forming. So there. And then continuing. So now you see we're almost enclosed. Thankfully, I do not have bad cholesterol, I think. That would suck. I think having bad cholesterol would kind of suck. But I don't. So, yeah. That's not what I meant. Silly Avorion. Already heard that. Oh yeah, Retet. TNT. Just watching the finished lyrics. What if we just don't? Good question, Russian soldier. Lumbered into a lot. What templates do we have to spice this up? Got the classic comms array. What do we have? We have a little comms thingamajig. I mean, these are pirate ships, so maybe we shouldn't use these ones. It'd be funny if they stole a fighter. Should they have these? Interesting. For like... Nah, it just doesn't work. Okay, what do we have for Neubau templates? A bunch of Imperial stuff. I don't want Imperial stuff. That's too big. Gosh, that was close. Block almost lagged from the game. Might have to design a new template. It's gonna be rough though. Start your home story on Thumbtack. Urani Toxicin. Okay, there we go. Now, we put in the fun parts. The engines. Toxicin. England. Yeah, Finnish is a fun language. Okay, let's see. Get some engines in here. And then we'll step this one up a little bit. Darn, it's not working. There we go. Okay, I think this is interesting engine setup. The key thing is to have like similar sizes. And to have something, so if you just like blur your eyes, does that look good? Yeah. I think we should stick in a couple of smaller engines wherever we can. And for performance's sake, mostly. Also for aesthetics. Make them square, stand out. And now these engines have to be... Yeah, it's good enough. Alright. Oh, right. I forgot. Oh, Karem Uni. This one's great too. Might just leave them like this. That's because it overlaps. No, that's fine. Start that. Then do a little bit of... Oh yeah, that's nice. I can use that as the jumping off point. Alright, how do I fill that in? Looks like coming here on the inside. There we go, it's filled in. I don't care. I guess this one's okay. Yeah. It's a little too, this one's nice. This one's real nice. Optimistic sounding. Yeah, that's the other trouble with painted blocks. They're going to increase your block count quite a hefty bit. But, okay, what do we have here? That would be a nice, probably green, dark green. dark green. So here's I'm using the secondary color feature to give the green engines. It also contrasts nice with the. How does this look overall? Pretty nice, gotta say. Almost exactly how I designed it. Just the bridge to complete, I guess. It's good to know it's pointing in the right direction. That's gonna look mean. It's gotta look mean. That's pretty mean. I'd say you'd probably steal your lunch money. Probably. I don't know. Haven't had much experience with that sort of thing. I don't know what to look for. I'm afraid. Probably something I should be thankful for. Alright. Let's see. Oops. I think this is good enough for the. Let's give this like a nice dim gray. We're gonna stand out. Nice and clear. Alright, let's get a smaller grid size, see if we can. Gotta go down to 0.25. It's worth it at the end though. Get this back up to 0.1. Don't need anything else. What else can we use for this? Some of these? Like, texture-wise, does that look any different? Not really. I think I'll use a framework instead. That definitely is color black. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. There we go. I don't need freaking ChatGPT. Nonsense. Alright, there's the radio. I guess we can give him a little. These. It's been a pretty simple build, I think probably just because it's small, so I have less to detail. A bigger ship, well, the bigger ships tend not to get done, I'll be honest. Okay, I don't want any of that. Let's just do a nice simple cube. And then we're going to go to our templates. Guess not. There we go. Alright, and then we have, I don't have weapon replacements yet. Ooh. I see we're gonna have to get a little creative. Cannot build a block this small. That's so. Block this small. I freaking the nerve, man. Couldn't I build a block this small like a second ago? Yeah, see. Give this like a dim gray. See, that's usually that shadow would be bad, but right now it's not that bad. Okay, and then thrusters. I mean, I think that with thrusters, I'll just throw them on the inside. Not really worry too hard about it. I'll stick a nice and big thruster. Okay, that's a little too big. Yeah, that's probably the right size. Trouble is, will the thruster... nope, doesn't. I like it's this big, stupid crew quarters block. Alright, so now I have enough generated energy. Did I add the... no, I didn't. Okay, still need to add some torpedo tubes. Okay, where are the... I'm going to just put the crew quarters at the very back. Honestly, the most valuable parts. of the ship. Now I got 4. Probably don't need that many, honestly. Yeah, I'll give it a decent compliment. Why not? Yeah, 6. More than enough. More than enough. I would give, I guess, some thrusters back here as well. Do we have 3? Yes, we do. Here we have an opportunity. Is this still building anymore? Doesn't seem like it. Good, that lines up. Alright, now we can add them. Ooh. That is so slow. Alright, we're gonna delete most of these guys because they're not actually necessary. No. Why do we need pilots? Answer, we don't. Alright, how's that? Ship is overpopulated. 706. Alright, who can we delete? There we go. That will not do. There instead. There we go. There we go. Yeah, this thing looks alright. Pretty fast as well. Oh, forgot about the inertial dampeners. Alright, where are those going to go? Those can actually go under here, I think. Because they glow. Yeah, they're kind of a cool decorational feature. You can see when you slow down, they tend to glow. Deceleration. There we go. That's actually kind of cool because they light up when it's oh, I should probably add maybe pitch twisters, right? Yeah, probably. Because we have a nice place over here where we can do so. Column uncar CD. This thing is actually crazy fast by TCAP standards. I think this is time for a merge. I think it is. Yeah, there we go, see. So a 33% reduction in lock time. First flight trials go well. Alright. So, I think this is a pretty good pirate ship. I wonder what I should build next. I guess I'll add some proper replacements here. Should be pretty easy. Transform a lot of these. Transform a lot. There we go. Maybe these two. And then how about we do the Star Destroyer style? You've probably seen it. We get a little spine going up here. Come on. Sometimes you have to switch snap things. Alright, we're gonna get two. Where's the turret bases? There. Dun. Sometimes I don't do the copy paste thing because it helps keep it in the thing while you prepare. Darn. Doesn't work. I have to use some trickery. Reduce scale or grid size. What's this here? Call it for 0.1. I think it will. Darn it. You know what? We're just going to leave that as is get those out of here. Get back to our more reasonable skill step. I have any old turret designs like these. Too many blocks. Turret saves. Too many friggin' these guys. Yeah, this one's pretty good. Those are by my good pal Survivor. Plasma gun. There we go. I think that'll be about it. Not a bad day's work. Hey, actually, you know, this kind of reminds me of the Pinishy frigate. Yeah, the Geonosian thing. It did kind of turn out like that. What if that was intentional? Alright, and that will conclude the chill building stream. Or not. I'm actually at a hankering to go kill some pirates, so let's go do that. Because we have an opening here in the hull where we can put some nice torpedo tubes. So if we rotate to make sure they went the correct way, pretty simple to just do this. No, not quite. Do I need a local snap? There we go. That looks good enough. Then some nice torpedo storage bays. How many torpedoes? 0. Okay, I think the tubes themselves store a bunch, so I'm just not going to bother. This thing's really good at going sideways. Oh, it needs shields. Let's let them get a little closer while we add some shields. This is a good place. Shield generator. 230 HP. Good. Right, and that. Perfect. we have? I think we should be cautious. I think we should be very cautious. Especially if we have no torpedoes. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna save this as post time skip. Am I gonna use this? No. Right, I'll save it in my pirate and risk ships. Seems as good a as any.